see you. But yeah, in today's videos I got my notebook here again, and I took some notes. These are the notes for today's video because I want to make sure that I am not forgetting anything. You know. And yeah, okay, that was loud, sorry. Okay, so in today's video, I will be teaching you how to get a girlfriend. Or like, it's not like teaching, like you can't be like, oh, you watch this video and after this video you're gonna have a girlfriend in a week. Like, no, that's not gonna how it's gonna work. It's not gonna work like that. But yeah, you might get some useful tips, that you might be able to use. Yep. If you guys want the video how to get a boyfriend, write in the comments. I will then make one as well. But yeah, so in case when you're watching this video, I think the number one or the easiest way to find a partner nowadays, obviously dating apps, Tinder, Bumble, Grindr, you into it, like Bumblebees, whatever, I don't even know what they're called, Raya, whatever. You probably, if you live in a small location, you have already seen your neighbor there, your mom's best friend, everyone, right? So I'm not gonna put this as oh you need to make a dating app, you need to make yourself available, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay, that's it's too obvious. I think everybody who is looking for a partner has been on dating apps. But if you want a video about how to make or how to get a partner, male and female, on a dating app, I can make a pretty detailed video about how to set up a dating profile. But yeah, so I feel a lot of people have done it, and I feel this the first or second, okay, the first way to get a girlfriend, a lot of people in college do it, and it is asking your friend to set you up with someone. I feel it is so common, but I don't know what's the success rate like that, because I feel when you get it set up, let's say me as a girl, right? When somebody sets me up with a friend, I feel like I have to be extra nice, and I can't just be no, I'm not feeling it. The pressure is there as well. You guys know what I mean? But I mean, honestly, if you think you're somebody in your circle is cute, you can ask your friend set you up with them and stuff like this. It might work, it might not work. What you got to lose at this point, right? Okay, so third one is also very obvious one. It's social media. How to get people on social media. So I also wrote down as their profile is either on private or public, right? If it's private, I feel it's often they might have location in their bio, so they might be around the same city or near you, kind of thing. imagine like 10 guys, right? Like, hey, how are you? Like, why do you think like she would wanna keep like chatting with you? You need to up your game, man, girl, bro. I don't know, you might be a girl searching a girlfriend here as well. So, what I would like advise you to do is go through like her pictures. Like, obviously, when there are like 300 pictures, they're like, don't look at every one of them. Like, and don't like every one of them. That's like a bit stalkerish, so don't do that. But let's say she has a picture like abroad where she was traveling. Ask about the travels, or like you see like something to do with like her hobby. Say like, oh, like I noticed you like, I don't know, skiing. Do you go skiing often? Like, when did you learn how to ski? Like, try to make a small talk already. Like, ask a question. Like, try to like get the conversation going. Or be like, hey, like I saw you're from the city. Like, how do you like it here? Or like, have you always lived there? I've never been there. Like, blah blah blah. Like stuff like this. Just not like, how are you? Like, don't like keep it basic. Like, don't be like too invasive. Like, don't ask like, oh, like at what street do you live? Like, I live on that street. Like, don't be too invasive, but don't be like too basic, if that makes sense. Yes. Okay. A fourth one is kind of hard because I know what people will answer to this, and it's like, ask somebody out on a street if you see somebody you think you could see yourself with. You could like, hey, like, give me your number, give me your number. Yes and no. I feel like mostly when you're watching this video, you have either already tried this, or you're too shy to do it, which is like fair enough. Like, that's a real like reason. So you kind of gotta have a confidence for this one, but I also feel like it's very 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 risky thing because it doesn't like always work. Firstly, like, you might be like embarrassed when you ask her, and then she says like, oh, like I got a boyfriend, or like she will feel like she needs to give you her number and stuff like this to not be rude and stuff. But it might also go really. Sorry, oh my god, I just knocked on my light. Oh my god, sorry. So, okay, yeah, it might work out in the end, but I, like, nowadays it's kind of hard to do it unless you do it in like a social setting, not like on the street, but rather in a bar or like at the club or something like this. expensive, but there are also like Goodwill and stuff. They're like pretty cheap. Blah blah blah. But yeah, you need to have like a lot of luck there when you like search for clothes and stuff. But I don't think it's impossible, and I think this is like one way to like up your looks. Also, like as a guy, like maybe visit like barber more often. To get like, you know, like more like a clean look and not look like jungle man. I don't know. Like take care of your own like looks. Like maybe you have like a bad hair, like maybe use like a gel to put it more back, or like take care of your like hair if you have like a curly hair. Like you get what I mean, like work with what you have, basically. And it's obviously like food is a part of it, and like height, weight, like height you can't change, weight you pretty much can change in most cases. I'm not saying like to get a girlfriend you need to have a six pack, but when you are like, when you have troubles like taking like a 2 kilometer walk, like, or like 5 miles walk or something like this, like it's gonna be harder for you to find someone. It's not impossible, but you gotta be realistic about it in your head, you know. But yeah, so another like tip to not do is do not be overly like attached from the first conversation on. The stuff I have seen online is crazy. Like it's actually insane what people write. Like they are literally like you don't even go on a date with them, you just type, you like write with them like 2 days, and the guy is like, goes to it too, by the way. They are like obsessed. They are like, oh, like what are you doing, like send me a picture, where are you, blah blah. And it's like, don't do that. Also, like, do not sexualize somebody you're interested in. Like maybe when you meet them like a kinky website or something, it might be something else, but I don't see in normal settings where you would like, where it would benefit you to sexualize your future partner like instantly. Like wait until you see her naked first, then start with that. I don't even know. Yeah. And tip number 7 is know your boundaries. So this is gonna make everything so much easier. Like it is easier to find someone for long-term relationship when you know what you want. And I'm talking about political views, religion views, family like dynamic views. Like you gotta be sure about what you want. If you like, I think it's especially dedicated or like meant for people like in their 20s. I'm not talking about somebody who's like 15. Like obviously when you're like 17 even, like you do not know what you want. But if you're like 28, 35, then you most likely got your stuff figured out. Not always, but most likely. So if you know like you want somebody who is religious, like because you are also religious, like don't date somebody who's not religious. Like you can't force stuff and your views onto someone. Same with like political views. I feel like they're such an important part of the way we think and like our everyday lives as well. And it's so important. Like put your foot down and say like, oh, these are the things like I can't do like compromises about, and that is fine. You are allowed to have your expectations, you know, or like you're allowed to have boundaries that like are important to you, that you like can't say like, okay, maybe it's not that important. Like, no, like be true to yourself. Like know what say what you want. Like, you gotta be open about it, because otherwise, like, people can't read your mind. You need to tell them that, like, what you want and what you're looking for in a relationship. Okay, what else did I write? Oh, this is tip number 8, I think. Another good way to find people is also groups, like socializing groups. Especially when it's like interest groups. For example, like maybe it's like a group, maybe it's like a group of experts when you're like in a foreign country, or maybe it's a group that goes on a hike every weekend, or maybe it's a group that plays volleyball during summer on the beach. Maybe it's somebody who like goes to collect mushrooms from the forest. Like, what's your interest? And then I feel like the best way to search groups is Reddit. Is kind of like you could do something with it, you could not. Honestly, Facebook, there are like so many like location-based groups there, which are like amazing. I can recommend those. I've met so many people through Facebook, like through groups. It's actually insane, and it is especially good when you're looking forward to like networking with people. And obviously, like when you see like a cute girl in the group and you're like, that's it, I want her, like I got the ring in my pocket, I need to propose to her right now. Don't do it. Like, try to like interact with her as a friend first. And that's something like I wrote as a tip number 9. Learn to be friends with them first. So you know, like, because you want to date somebody you get along with, you got common interests with, like in a long term looking, you need to be dating your best friend. You need to be dating your best friend. It is so important. So like,